Okay. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Deadman of the Dead Man's Tone podcast. This is just a rant and chill. Was going to do it this morning, but things came up. Had to do some stuff. And was pretty busy up until lunch. So I'm taking my lunch break now, I guess. Look at that. How's it going? By the way, if you're new to these rant and chills, it's pretty much me just talking off the cuff about certain ideas, topics, whatever interests me, and whatever you guys talk about in the chat. It's very chat focused, crowd focused. So it's, I just engage with you guys. We just talk. Might sound kind of boring, but it's actually kind of cool. I actually enjoy it. Hey, what's going on, Super Sunny? Let me turn on live chat in case anything gets buried under the rug. I always go live chat. That's the best chat. Anyway, I'll wait for some more people to come in. I definitely want to talk about certain things that I guess women don't understand about men. Definitely do that. Yeah, this could be a MGTOW sort of stream. What happened with the George Floyd? Let me guess. He was high and violent? Yeah. That's, well, okay. Yeah, so the footage came out, and you see what happened. It looks like a whole circus. Like, the officers were having a hard time putting him in the back of the squad car. Like, they were struggling with him. He was out of it. He was obviously on drugs. I mean, he was obviously on drugs. Oh, that much we know. Even the autopsy, they found that there's drugs in the system. When he's in the back seat of the car, he didn't sit in the seat. He kind of fell. He fell onto the floor, and it was like, and that's around the time where he said, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe." So he said, "I can't breathe," even before the guy put his knee on his neck. Not condoning the knee on the neck thing. Okay, all right. I'm just saying that technically, George Floyd said he wasn't able to breathe even before that. The neck, or the knee on the neck, probably didn't help things, most certainly. But also didn't help that he was tripping out. He was tripping out on stuff. I mean, so what does this mean? Well, I tell you, man, it's probably going to complicate things. The police officers, like, what we saw does look like a murder. What we saw, where the officer, Derek, whatever his name is, put his knee on the neck, right? And George Floyd couldn't breathe. And he was saying, he can't breathe. We all saw that. That's not needed. I mean, there has to be some other way we could, there's other options that officers could have taken, right? Had to have been. I mean, that's where the retraining comes in. That's where the better training comes in. But what's going to do with the court case, with the trial, is it might complicate things. It may. What if this dash cam footage was leaked out on purpose by, like, put a tinfoil cap on here, by some Antifa type person, knowing that it might kind of mess with people's opinions here, and the police might get a lighter sentence. Some of them might just get off, and which would cause even more riots. But I mean, could it be some Antifa guy, or maybe some deep state Democrat trying to play 4D chess? I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I'm just bullshitting over here. I don't really know. It's interesting, though. Play stupid games, win stupid surprises. Right. I mean, there is a good chance, based on what was in his system, which I don't remember exactly what it was. Was it fentanyl? That's not good. Man, there's a good chance George Floyd could have died later on that day, or within that week. But of course, it doesn't change what happened. Okay, when you say something like that, people are like, oh, what? So did George Floyd just die in vain? You mean his death doesn't matter? I mean, yeah, sure, his death matters. Just saying, man. It could have been different. I mean, and if you go back in time, if I go back in time, I'd tell the Derek guy, I'd be like, hey, don't do that. Don't do this. Don't arrest this guy. Don't even try. Don't even try. It's going to kickstart protests and riots, looting and just destruction, death and mayhem. That's going to go on for months. They're still going on now. It's still going on now. There's still protests and riots now. We're in August. I'm not lying to you guys. I'm not joking. What the fuck month did this stuff kick off in? Was it May? I think it was May, right? I don't remember because it's been going on for so long. You think the police might have leaked it? They might have. They might have too. That could have happened. So yeah, I'm kind of curious what you guys think about that in the chat. If you've seen it, I'm not gonna even try to play it here. I know how YouTube is. Well, I don't mind my channel being demonetized. I still kind of want it, right? Black Lives Matters are anarchist garbage. They are. Man, I saw the protests in Portland. Was it last night or the other night? Where the police were pushing them back into the suburbs. Nice suburb. Nice neighborhood, by the way. So, I mean, that's getting kind of ballsy. I mean, like, if Antifa and Black Lives Matter, if they just want to go around and start attacking suburban homes, people in Portland better be armed. They better be armed. They better be willing. Better be armed, better be willing, better tell that mayor to go fuck off when it comes to arrest them and seize their guns for self-defense. Can Portland, like, do something about their mayor? Can they just, like, get rid of him? Because obviously he doesn't care. He doesn't care about his city. He doesn't care. He's in cahoots with Antifa, man. It's crazy. Okay. All right. We could shift gears. We could talk about what women don't understand about men. Make this a boys' club here. Ladies, listen up, man. Okay. There's some things that you always get on our case about, but you just don't understand. Like, for example, the easy one, man spreading. Why am I spreading my legs all the time? Huh? Why do I always sit with my legs open? Because my balls, my dick is right here. It's right. If I close, I feel it. It closes hard. It hurts. Like, you gotta let it breathe. Look, ladies, it's the same reason why maybe you guys should sit with your legs open. You gotta let it breathe. You gotta let air go in there, right? But it's more than that. You can't constrict it because it hurts. All right, you don't want to squeeze too tight here. Jesus Christ. Or how about how come you always walk like weird, like kind of like sideways? How come your legs like going around sideways? You're doing that stanky walk, that funky walk. Oh, I'm doing that because my dick is plastered to my leg, to my thigh. See, sweat's kind of like an adhesive with flesh at times. And it just kind of sticks there. So I walk like that to kind of adjust without, use my hand to adjust. But if I have to, yeah, I'm going to go down there and make a quick adjustment. And ladies be like, oh, why are you tugging on your balls? Why are you doing that? I'm not playing with myself here. I'm not pulling out and jacking off. Is that what you want me to do? Is that what you think I'm doing here? No. I'm trying to adjust the junk. Think about it, ladies. when we walk around, there's literally there's another appendage just dangling in between us, just dangling there, with a sack that's just dangling there. It's of course it's gonna mess with things. Doesn't all have to be all about the dick. Other things that women don't seem to understand about men, and the married guys might know about this, is that we're not the only ones that can take out the trash. Okay? We're not the only ones that can take out the goddamn trash. Well, look, I guarantee you, if you go to just about every couple, every married person, you ask them who takes out the trash, it's the man. It's the man. Why is that? Why is it always the man that takes out the trash? Is it too labor intensive? Does it require the strength of a man to lift up the trash bag and haul it outside? Is it because it's dirty and stinky? I mean, ladies, hey, not to frame this another way, but there's a period of time where you literally have a period that gets gross and stinky, you know? But, anyway. Is there something outside? It's going outside, like, brave and daring, that only a man can do it with the trash bags, hauling them. I don't get it. But it's usually the guys take out the trash, right? The beginning of Dead Man's Seinfeld stand-up debut. What's the deal with taking out the trash? What's the deal? Maybe we'll see. No. What's the deal with ladies thinking they're funny? Oh, okay, no. Some women can be fun. It depends. There's plenty of boring men. There's plenty of boring men that have nothing to them. But then there's women that just try too hard. But there's men that try too hard too. Anymore, that seems more like a joke, just a jab. Let's see, other things that women don't get about men. Come on. What's the deal with garbage? Right? Garbage just stacks up so fast. Constantly taking out the trash. Let's see, other things that women don't get about men. That we could sit there with our buddies. We could sit there with our buddies and not talk. And it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We don't even have to say much. Kind of basic conversation. That's fine. That's actually kind of preferred. And afterwards, we don't look back at it and go, oh, man, I wonder how they feel about me. Oh, man, am I really his friend? Not worried about that. Not worried about that. For most guys, anyway. Yeah, the vagina jokes. That has to end. That has to stop. Look, guys aren't just doing dick jokes all the time. Dick jokes happen, but it's not the whole bulk of it. Maybe you have 2 or 3 dick jokes in your lineup, and the rest of it's something else, right? Even Louis C.K., he has usually 2 or 3 dick jokes that he has. When he goes, but I don't know if he's a good example. I always found him funny. Now, just because he like to wink his dick in front of someone. Oh, that reminds me of another thing. Okay. Let's see. Morning wood, waking up, pitching a tent. Women don't understand that. And if you have a wife, if you have a girlfriend or wife, and they ask you why you have that, you better say it's them. You better say, I had a dream and you were in it. If you say anything else, you're going to be in trouble, right? You're going to be in trouble. You can't say, I was thinking of, you can't, the only proper answer there is gonna be your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. I mean, if you're a dude banging dudes, I guess it'll be your boyfriend. Okay, but yeah, trying to be inclusive here. People should leave him alone. Geniuses need people to see their jacket. Like people weren't. Yeah, Pee Wee Herman did no wrong. He did nothing. He masturbated in an adult theater. That's what you do when you're at an adult theater. Oh, but he's a kid's entertainer. So he's also a fucking adult. You know what he didn't do? He didn't diddle a kid. He's not like these other Hollywood types that diddle kids. Unless he did and we just don't know about it. Right? People give Pee Wee Herman a hard time. But like what about Michael Jackson? Now, of course, I'll still listen to Michael Jackson's music. I mean, it's kind of hard not to. It's kind of legendary. But I mean, he may or may not have diddled kids or stared into their assholes or done something nasty stuff. Let's see, other things women don't get about men. Oh, actually, let me ask you guys that. Have you had that conversation with your girlfriend, fiance, or wife? You have morning wood. Did she just jump on it? See, once you're married, that doesn't happen. When you're first dating, maybe during your honeymoon, yeah, like jackrabbits all the time. But something happens. Something happens when you're married for a good while, and it's other obligations like work, kids, responsibilities. Yeah, I'm curious if you guys had that conversation, had that situation, and how you navigated it. Okay, here's another thing. This one might get me in trouble with my wife, but it's true. I'll walk the line on this one, fellas. All right, just because we are in love with someone and are married with someone doesn't mean we still don't have the occasional thought of the fuck it list, right? The thought of having sex with someone else. Just the thought. Of course we think about sex. Women do too. You know, right? But it's funny when you talk about it. We're like, oh, is that so? Is that so? Is that what you really think? It's like, oh, come on, you do too. You do too. Come on, we're human. We're human. But yeah, so I guess it's more like a man-woman thing. But when it comes up though, it usually becomes like divisive or be like, oh, what does that mean? What are you saying? You think about someone else, but like, hey, pump the brakes there. We're still together. We're still banging. Let's see what else. Oh, when you're doing construction, doing repair work around the house, that cursing like a fucking sailor, that is part of it. That is part of it. You have to do that. If you don't say, God damn it, motherfucker, every now and then you're not doing it right. Then you're not doing it right. Yeah, women got Chris Pratt or whatever. They ain't holier than thou. They aren't. They like to pretend that they are. Cool tactic. They like to pretend that they are. Let's see. Other things that women just don't get about men. Other things women just don't get about men. We did the adjusting of the balls. Balls that dig be plastered to your leg. The cussing during construction. Drinking with your buddies, pretty much in silence. What else? Oh, take it out of the trash. I think think I reached a dead end here. Come on, there has to be other things. Other things. Things that women don't get about men. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is what I can definitely relate to. When it comes to hobbies, that you get really obsessed in, almost to the point where you become competitive, or become engrossed in, like it's like part of your life. These hobbies, these things, in a way, they kind of define you. In a way, they're kind of a part of your life. As men, we have that, right? It'd be something simple as video games. I'm not belittling video games. You know, it could be something like video games and be really competitive in that. I used to be like that with Halo. It could be other things like what I do with like publishing and publishing stories and that stuff with Dead Man's Tome. It could be maybe you're into like woodworking, or maybe you're into guns. Maybe just name the interest, and it consumes your life, right? But what happens is sometimes is that thing, like, the women just don't get it. They don't get why we're so obsessed. They don't get, sometimes it happens where they don't get why we spend more time with this hobby or this thing rather than spending time with them. It's like, hey, we spend time, we talk. Don't be treating my hobby here like it's some sort of mistress. That's weird. And I think that says more about women than it says about men, but Oh, women don't understand that you just don't ask strangers for directions. You don't. That's how you get raped. I mean, that's how you get fucked over. Women definitely don't understand why we know where we're going, goddammit. We don't need directions. We don't need a map, okay? Well, maybe a map. But we don't need to ask strangers. We know where we're going. The other guy might lead us the wrong way. He may not even know. He may not even want to be bothered. Hey, I ain't fucking helping you. Besides, there's an element of pride there. Like, we know where we're going. We can do this. We can navigate these roads. We don't need your help. We don't need anyone's help. We got this. The other thing is, men can be pretty mean to each other. Just talking trash talk. But it doesn't mean, at least it's not supposed to mean necessarily go fuck off. I mean, it can. I mean, yeah, but like, other men can be pretty mean to each other. But it's not going to be like, you're going to cry about it. Now, some guys just, I guess, seem to not be able to handle it. There's like beta men or something. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Cool tactic. Women don't understand settling stuff with fists and then having a beer. That happens. That happens quite a bit. Guys will get in a scuffle. They'll get in a fight. And afterwards, they will become friends. They'll even joke about it. Women, what I notice with women is when they get into fights, they still hold a grudge. That bitch so-and-so, that bitch Susan, I've seen that. I've even seen that in a controlled environment at a psychiatric facility. When the adolescent boys, when they would fight, and they were like adolescents to teenager, when they would fight, the boys, they would become friends afterwards. I'm talking about, they would punch each other in the face and all that, but they would become friends afterwards. The girls, no. After they fought, the cliques changed. It was the person who lost the fight or whatever was like exiled from the clique and was then being picked on by all the girls. It was so stupid. But those are just me being old. The world is pussy now. The world is pussy now. You're right. Because now these guys, these new guys, don't settle things with fists. They bring a gun to a fist fight. That's bullshit. That's bullshit right there. That's no good. All right, let's see. Well, there's some other things here. Oh, okay. Another dick one. This is important. The reason why it hurts so much when we get kicked in the junk, the reason why it hurts so much, ladies, like they're listening, right? Is like where it hurts for you, you have some bone to kind of protect. You have some protection there. You have layers of protection there. We have nothing. We have nothing. Our junk is right there. It seems like it should be a flaw of evolution. I don't understand how we evolved this way to have our junk just exposed. It seemed like, imagine human beings like oh, shucks, the native humans just walking around butt fucking naked through like foliage. I mean, that would be horrible. Who would do that? Walking through the forest and nothing on, just in your birthday suit, getting scratched up by grass and branches and shit. And what about your dick? What about your balls? That's just hanging there, dangling there, getting scratched up too. It seems like a huge flaw, a huge flaw. But because of that flaw, because we evolved that way, we have no protection at all. So when we get kicked in the nuts, man, it is painful, painful. Like it shuts us down. Like, that's how you stop it right there. Now everyone films with their phone and snitches. Google tracks us. It's a mess. Oh yeah. We have a generation of snitches, man. That's what we have. That's what we have. A generation of soy boy snitches who, when they do riots, they use firecrackers. I know. I was thinking about that too. All these Portland riots and stuff. I'm surprised none of these fucking Antifa guys have a fucking gun. Like, I'm surprised by it. They use explosives. They use handmade grenades and IEDs and fireworks that they found, just throwing that at the officers. Okay. So I guess they just want to do, just create enough chaos. They don't want to actually hurt someone. Pfft, bullshit. It's funny though. I watched a video I was going to share where this asshole, he lights a firework and it goes off in his hand. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I don't know what I'm thinking about that. Okay. Man piles. Women don't understand man piles. Like, I have piles of stuff on my desk. I know where something is. I know where I placed it. Okay. In my mind, I know where it's at, somewhere on my desk. Women, they can't handle that. Nope. No, we won't need to organize everything neatly and have everything filed. See, man, we tend to not worry about that. We just want to do. We just want to do things. We just want to do things and move forward and make deals and yeah. Women, they want to tidy up and make things organized, make things neat, and make things more. Now I'm getting the manager and secretary role. Why that works so well. I got piles. They don't use guns because that would mean the police goes hot and shoots back. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. And they would lose. I'm curious whether or not these riots are going to escalate to like the suburbs and what happens then if we hear more reports about neighbors just taking up arms and just you know, I could see that. I could see people going on the rooftop. Get off my yard. I'm not going to tell you again. You best keep on walking. Otherwise, Mr. AR-15 is going to do the talking. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Mm-hmm. Women don't understand about men. I would say fart jokes, but I know women who find that funny. I find them funny. Let's see. Man, I wonder if I exhausted it. Horror community, rise up. Deadman militia. I like that. Deadman militia. I'm going to show you guys something real fast so I can find it. I have some custom artwork. I rarely use it, and I used it as like a post to kind of promote the Patreon page or Patreon. It is kind of cool. I think you guys might like it. I think y'all might. I'm not sure if you've seen it before. Where is it? Now this is a man pile. And man pile in my folder over here. Okay. Unless I moved it. Oh, here we go. Right here. Duh. Dead Man's Army. Okay. That right there. I want you for the Dead Man's Army. I need to start pushing that around some more. Oh yeah. We don't care about decorating. We don't. We don't. I really don't give a shit about decorating at all. Like, oh God, my wife is so like, what about this paint for this room? I don't care. I don't really care. I don't care. You know? Oh, and on top of that, when we say we don't care about something, like if your wife asks you something, if your girlfriend asks you something, and you say I don't care, and then they react by like I don't get all upset about it or offended by it. I don't mean when men say I don't care, it doesn't mean I don't give a shit, go to hell. It means look, whatever you want, honey. I don't care. Whatever you want. Whatever you decide is fine with me on this one, okay? So pretty much it's me saying, you decide. Except a very simple, I don't care. That's it. That's it. I think I wouldn't be surprised if most of the times here, the conflict, the reason why women don't understand men is that they misread what we say. They interpret it as some sort of offense. No, it's just, I don't care. Just that. I don't care. I'm not saying to not do it. I'm not saying I think it's a dumb idea. I'm just saying I don't care. That's it. Very simple. Oh, what, you don't like this? I want you for the dead man's army. Doesn't need to be dead man's militia. Dead man's militia. But yeah, I have that. I mean, I have permission to use this the zombie guy in any way I want, really. So I could pretty much Photoshop him and other stuff. That'd be kind of cool to play around with that. Anyway, so yeah, we talked about the George Floyd tape being leaked, and our thoughts about that. Talked about things that women just don't get about men. I think we're gonna wrap this up here. Normally I try to at least go an hour here, but I got some responsibilities I need to do. I have some phone calls that I need to make, I have some work I have to do. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this cool tactic. Thanks for sticking around in the chat. You have a good one.